Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So BT14 just hit shelves this week. Pre-release is going on all week long. We got the official release on Friday with all the extra product that also comes out on Friday with it in retail stores. So what are the best cards? That's what we're going to go over today. These are probably the most game warping cards that I'm going to pull from this set. Now, are they super meta impacting? Not necessarily, but what it means going ahead forward into the game and like just design wise, how strong these cards are they going to continue to just keep ramping up and power creep? I mean, that's what card games do, but eventually you have to hit a limit somewhere, and I'm very curious of where that limit will ever be, but these cards are insane. Also, don't forget to check out our Etsy page, link in the description below. There you can find all of the previous memory markers we've had on the channel in the past that we featured for you guys. You can pick those up. Some of them has been discontinued, so if there's any you're looking for and are on the fence about getting, probably should go ahead and pick one or two of those up, because I can never judge where my wife is going to just cut the cord and stop making a certain Digitama. So make sure you go check that out. All right, so I've got the BT14 set pulled up for you guys so you can kind of follow along with what we're looking at here. So I would say on the surface, it's not like too overwhelming. Sure, we have a couple like powerhouse things in here, but as a whole, I don't think it's a massive jump to where we've been previously. I mean, we still got level 4s with jamming and stuff like that. They're just a little bit shorter on the play cost now. Not a huge deal, not super crazy, but something like this. The first card up is Ganon. Yes, rookies in this set are incredibly good. They made them super rares, so that's how much faith they had in their power level. So this isn't just blind creating cards and throwing them in here. Now they know what they're doing, making these guys SRs and knowing their power level. So start of main phase, choose one Digivolution card under one of your opponent's Digimon and trash it. This Digimon can't be blocked for the turn. Like on a rookie that literally you didn't have to pay any memory for to put this guy on the field. You just promote him up, he does his effect, he's now unblockable. Like this could just straight up win you the game immediately if your opponent, you cleared all their security. They got all these blockers up, and then you're just like, yep, Gomamon for game. Like, what do you do? So I think for generic blue decks moving forward that aren't too reliant on what their rookies are, like hybrid decks, they really like to run like the hybrid rookies and stuff like that. But if you can have a card like this that you can just throw in there into a blue deck, used to it was the jamming Vmon, which also very good. This just being unblockable is so much more powerful. And then when you can actually combine it with a card like Bukamon here, while your opponent has no Digimon with equal or more Digivolution cards than this Digimon's gains jamming. So this Bukamon can essentially turn your Gomamon into the jamming Vmon, in addition to not being blocked, because he gets to strip a source, and it's choose one Digivolution. So it doesn't have to be the lowest or the highest Digivolution. You see that problematic Digivolution source, and you just yank it out of there. Like Greymon, you pull out their level 4 Greymon X that gives them their protection ability. Like that is so huge. I just think this Gomamon is going to see a lot of play in a lot of blue decks moving forward. Just really, really good. And it doesn't actually stop there. This inheritable is actually super good as well. Opponent's turn, when this Digimon would be deleted, you may play one Gomamon from under this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So he literally just gets to recycle himself. The Digimon that evoed on top of him dies, and he just gets to pop himself back out for, I'm going to be unblockable again. Just he won't have any jamming source underneath him, but still very, very strong cards. 0 evo on a baby, 3 play cost. Pretty generic stats here for a rookie. Powerhouse of a card. Just, I know it's something simple and nothing like too mind warping, but it's got a really, really extremely good package that I think we'll see a lot of use out of him. Kind of moving down the line a little bit. Next one is going to be another rookie, and this is one that a lot of people probably know and they probably see coming. People that follow like future metas and stuff like that. This Patamon pretty powerful card here. Its uses have definitely been cut down a little bit with the limit of the Geo Greymon that got to play out a tamer out of security for free. So that going to 1, definitely limited this Patamon's uses, but it's still crazy good. So start of your main phase, look at your security stack. That alone is just great. Just you get to look at your security stack for free at the start of your main phase. Just promote this guy up. I'm just gonna take a peek. Yellow decks love this. Setcon, just all kinds of stuff. Yellow hybrid. It's like, let me look at my security, see what we're working with. Can I rely on this security for the rest of the game? Like, that knowledge is very strong. And so it keeps going though. This Digimon may digivolve into a yellow Digimon card with vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. So we get a free Evo here into a level 4. Then shuffle your security stack. If digivolved with this effect, you may place 1 yellow card with vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom of your security stack. So then you basically can guarantee for future turns with a second Patamon that you will have another target in there if you so choose, if you want to put a level 4. There are other cards in here like the 1 cost option that is a similar effect. You get to look at your security and you can Evo one of your Digimon to the next level from what's in the security without paying the cost. It's just the 1 cost option, so you can set up the next level that you're going to need with the Patamon. So you get a peak. It's like, okay, I got a level 4 and a level 6, so I need to put in a level 5 so that way I can get all the way up. Very, very strong card here. And then so getting to replace it, getting to peak, just absolutely insane. Also, the inheritable, when a card is added to your security stack, gain 1 memory. This is an effect that Yellow just absolutely loves to have. It is a very good one that Yellow does so much recovery. I've been wanting something like this on a baby forever, but the one we got this time is when a card is added, you draw a card instead. Eventually, though, I do expect to see this inheritable. Just with the power creep of the game, this will eventually be on a Yellow baby. I pretty positive eventually we will see it. It's only just a matter of time. But still, a great package here. Does so much, got so much utility for the deck he goes in, like specifically, very well built. Just very strong card. Works with the strategies all the way up, just the whole line there. So once you've evoed, his inheritable here continues to help support it. So great card here. All right, moving on down here. We're not leaving Yellow just yet, though. Yeah, this one's pretty obvious. Most people, when they first started announcing this set, everyone went crazy for this card. Yes, it is a hand counter blast digivolve, so when your opponent attacks, you can digivolve this on top of a level 4 for 0 memory. So that's really good. So then you can get your when digivolving effect, which is also, he has an on-play effect with only a play cost of 4, and if you have 5 or fewer security, recover 1. Then one of your opponents Digimon gets -1k for each card in your security stack for the turn. What? So you're telling me for 4 play cost, 3 less than the original Magna Angemon, I get a recovery, sure, limited to only if I have 5 or less. Like, that's fine. Okay, I expect to pretty much never go above 6 at a time. So that's not a big deal. And then I can also DP minus for every card in my security stack. What? Absolutely insanely powerful card. Yes, he is an ace card, so the overflow 3, when it leaves, when this card is sent from the battle area or under your card to other places, lose 3 memory. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's the card itself, it's not the Digimon. So if you de-digivolve it and this card goes to trash, you still lose the memory. If they send this guy to security, they bounce to hand, bottom deck, whatever, it goes, right? If you digivolve on top of him and they delete the Digimon, right? This card is still underneath as a source. So because the card is still a source here, and you see it's in the source box here, it still applies. Just ace is its own thing here. So when the card specifically leaves the field, the only time that you're safe is if they do something like superior mode that sources it underneath a tamer. You're okay. But if the tamer gets deleted or something like that, or it gets trashed from underneath the tamer, then once again, you have to pay that 3 memory. But that's okay. Like, for these level 5s, I don't mind it, especially this Magnangemon. 4 play cost, and then I might have to pay 3 again later. That's still 7 memory. That's the same cost as the original Magnangemon, which I totally love, totally okay with. But it's still even better, even at that level of 7 memory, because you also get the DP minus, which you did not get in the original Magnangemon. So great. Also, if you blast Digivolve, that's a 0 Evo cost, recover DP minus, and then if it leaves the field later, it's okay. Like you got all of those when Digivolving effects for essentially 3 memory when it does come up when you blast Digivolve. So just powerhouse of a card. Absolutely. Probably I would vote best card in the set. I'm a little biased though on recovery cards, but I do think it's that good. I mean, you could literally, nope, not you, Patamon. You could literally put this card into any deck, doesn't matter. And 4 play cost, recovery 1, DP minus 1,000 for every card security. Absolutely, yes. Give me this. I will put that in every deck ever if I so choose. So great stuff there. Moving on though, so those are like my main heavy hitters. But what we still have to work with here, going into the Commandramon line, I'm really impressed with what they have here. One, they have an actual searcher rookie. Like, yes, they have the old Commandramon that would just, reveal 3 if you could play another Commandramon. Like, that one's still solid, probably the best Commandramon. But it's cool that they finally got an inheritable a searcher rookie. Also, this inheritable is really good. All turns, once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effect, by deleting one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade in a trait, prevent that from leaving play. Like, it basically turns all your other D-Brigade on the field all into decoy. So you don't necessarily have to run the decoy Commandramon when you have this. You just can use this guy. And it's not limited to only deletion effects. It's battle, it's deletion, it's being sent to security, being sent to hand, bottom of deck, being, just whatever. Very strong, and it's Digimon, not card. So even if they were to try to source the Digimon underneath a tamer, this inheritable could still prevent that as well. So very powerful effect here, which also kind of just leans right on into what we want to keep alive. So whatever Digivolves on top of this is going to have that effect. So now moving ahead, we got High Commandramon. So this is a great addition to the deck. So when attacking, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with D-Brigade, Digipolice, trait with a play cost of 3 or less among them to your hand, or play without the cost, place the rest of the bottom of the deck. And it's also treated as Commandramon. So if you hit this off of the on deletion Commandramon, you can just play this guy out for free. Level 4, getting to play for free. Also, and plenty of other stuff that plays Commandramons for free. So good. Like, you can just attack with this guy, play something out. If it was to get deleted and you have the new Commandramon underneath it, you can keep it alive. Also, same effect here. When this Digimon would leave the battle area by area other than by your effect, by deleting one of your other Digimon with D-Brigade trait, prevent it from leaving play. So we got doubled up on this, so we don't have to rely on just one source. We actually have 2 different ways we can get that source now. So they really thought ahead on that one, which I really appreciate. The Cargo Dramon, which goes with it, is great, but also for the deck, opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with D-Brigade trait gain blocker. That's been a big drawback for Commandramon. It's always been Rookie Rush, and it's just straight gas and just go. Pray we hit our Commandramons off of our effects and get to play them out for free. But now it's like, okay, with this Brigadramon, we actually have a little bit of time to breathe. We get to play out a Digimon for free. It's got Summoning Sickness. That's okay. We don't mind because it's going to be a blocker during our opponent's turn, which will give us more time. So really great here. It's also got other great stuff here. When it Digivolves, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon so their play cost adds up to 7 and delete them. Like, you can delete, multiple rookies or level 4s, lots of different combinations there. That's great. And then end of your turn, you can play out a D-Brigade or Digipolice Digimon up to a total play cost of 7. So reveal 3, pick out 7 memory worth of cards and play them. And it just says cards. It's not restricted to Digimon. So if you have option cards with Digibrigade or Digipolice, or you have Tamers with Digibrigade or Digipolice trait, you can play them out for free as well. Very, 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 very flexible card here. Incredibly strong for the set. I mean, they really went above and beyond on the Commandramon line. So the Commandramon has an alt, the Brigadramon has an alt in the set, and High Commandramon is getting an alt at Nats. So everyone that participates in Nats gets a playset of these guys alts. So literally 3 of the 4 cards here got alts. Like, that's how good they are. You know they're good when they get that many alt cards. So really, really leaning into it. Fantastic stuff there. So those are going to be like the big main like Digimon cards in the main part of the set there. We do have the 2 secrets here. The Angemon's pretty solid, but I wouldn't say he's too incredibly like busted or anything like that. He just has some really neat effects. However, I think this War Greymon is going to be a different story. This thing is super good. So it's like every War Greymon we've had in the past, then they just shoved all the effects together, it feels like, and made this like crazy good powerhouse card. It does pretty much everything War Greymons have done in the past, except for maybe delete Digimon. So it's got the classic can Digivolve on top of a Greymon of any color, which is good. Level 5 for 4 costs, same with its regular Digivolve cost. Digivolve cost is a little higher than most. It's not the typical 3, but that's okay. I think what its package here balances out fine. 12,000 DP, also very respectable. Makes sense with a more of a elevated Evo cost like that anyways. But so the main effect here, while you have a Tamer with Taikami in its name, and your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, your Agumon may Digivolve into this card from your hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. So this is essentially warp Digivolving, like on a crazy scale here. So yes, you need Tai on field, but you don't need like other requirements as well. You don't need to have the level 4 and the level 5 in trash to like put underneath as an inheritable. You don't need that at all. So just really, really easy, or I wouldn't say easy. 10,000 DP or more Digimon is kind of up there. It's nice to have this, but honestly, this isn't even what makes this card so busted. Like that's a great effect. But it's this next couple of bits here. So when Digivolving, this Digimon gains Raid for the turn, then this Digimon may attack. So essentially, they gave it Blitz, but they added Raid to the Blitz. So they did it in a weird way there. I don't know why they didn't just say this Digimon gains Raid and Blitz, but that's okay. So yeah, you can Raid, which is always great. But usually the drawback with Raid is you need the Piercing because you hate giving up an attack in a Greymon deck. Oh, but what's this? When attacking, if you have a Tamer, this Digimon gains Security Attack +1 and Piercing for the turn. So every time it attacks, it gets Security Attack +1 and Piercing for the turn. That blows my mind. Also, this kind of, it feels like it gets around something like, what's her name? Venusmon, because you don't have the security attack yet, right? Now, this is assuming Venusmon has been on the field for a turn, and it's come all the way back around a second time for you, so her when Digivolving effect is gone. You don't gain the security attack until you attack. Her effect states that if you have a security attack bonus, you don't get your when attacking effects. So in theory, when you attack with this, her effect would go off, that you don't gain your when attacking if you have security attack effects, and then the when attacking here would go off because you don't have anything, and then the security attack bonus would kick in, and you gain the piercing. So Raid, Pierce, security attack +1, just absolutely incredible there. Love this. This seems so good to me. Really, really like it. Even if you go straight on top of an Agumon, like you're at 1 memory, I Evo into War Greymon with my Agumon here. Like, opponent sets up, a really hard to kill Digimon or something like that, or just, a mega in general, and it's just like, okay, I promote my Agumon at a raising area to face down your big Titan mega. Warp Digivolve to a War Greymon, 12,000 DP, maybe more, depending on the Agumon that you're Digivolving on top of. Maybe he's 14k. I get to immediately attack with Raid. Oh, and, for good measure, not only am I killing your big bad Mega, but I'm also going to pierce and check for 2. Just, yeah, so good. Really, really... really good card there. Big fan of it, if you could not tell. Jumping back here to the options, though. Not anything too just absolutely crazy here, except for Messenger of Hope. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Just this 1 memory cost option. 1 memory for this card. Look at your security stack. Cool. 1 memory. I just gotta look at my security stack. That's it. Like, game over. Cool. But no, in addition to that, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower yellow Digimon card with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If your Digimon Digivolve this with this effect, and you have a tamer with TK in its name, recover 1. So you essentially don't lose anything. You get to pull a Digimon out of security, recover, which you have a chance of, putting like a kill option in there. It's yellow, Setcon likes to do its Setcon things. So yeah, you just get an Evo for free here. Pull a Digimon out, replace it with something else fresh. You Digivolve it for free, so typically you want to use this when you have a level 4 or higher Digimon here, level 4 or level 5, so that way you can go into the next level for 1 memory. Some of these like Megas have like a 4 Evo cost, and this will circumvent that pretty nicely for just 1 memory. Just really, really incredible card. Security effect here. You can play a Patamon from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then add this card to the hand. And we already saw how great that Patamon was. It was already on the list. So you just got to see, even more crazy stuff that it's going to work out for you. Just some real powerhouse cards here. Really, really impressed. Maybe even a little overly powered. I feel like... Last set felt like it was like definitely a new level of the game, and like a lot of new decks started to come into the format and really started changing things up a decent amount. But I feel like this is going to be the start of a next like wave again. Like, this feels like it's definitely got some cards, maybe not some whole decks, but some cards that will definitely see a long use in this game for the foreseeable future. I think absolutely just really, really crazy stuff here that they've started to implement here. I mean, this will, this line of super powerful sets is going to, for the next 2 sets, I believe, this so far, EX5 and BT14 both have some meta warping cards, or meta warping decks, I should say, whereas this just has some like really impactful cards for the game in general. Those sets have meta warping decks like designed for them. But I'm happy with stuff like this. I like the genericness of a lot of this stuff. Like the vaccine stuff, a little bit less generic. But like that War Greymon, like realistically, you can use this in just about any red deck, just as your top end mega, when Digivolving, Raid, and Blitz. If you have a tamer, it doesn't even have to be tie for this effect. Just any tamer. You gain security attack +1 and piercing when you attack. Like, that's a great mega, just nice and generic. I love that. The Commandramon stuff is clearly built for its decks. It really, really amped this deck up that it's for a whole lot, which is cool. But again, more of the generic stuff here. The Commandramon, like I said, could literally be used in any deck. It doesn't even matter the color. Just 4 play cost, recover 1. Like, who wouldn't love that? That's just really great. The Patamon also, for any yellow deck. I just get to look at my security. Like, that's cool. Awesome. I don't mind that at all. So yeah, and as well as the other Blast Ace cards, like all the level 5s here are just, all of them are really cool and generic. Evo for 0, get to have some sort of immediate impact on the board state. That's that's really wild. I love the genericness of a lot of these cards that they're doing. The Gomamon, you know, we already talked about that. Like, I just promote up, and now I'm unblockable. I trash the source, now I'm unblockable. Like, any blue deck would just love to just throw this Gomamon in, I think. And I get to pick the source I trash, too. Like, that's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Even if your deck isn't even built around the trashing of sources, like, concept. I'm just going to take out that really problematic source there, and then I'm just going to attack you for free, and you can't do nothing about it. That just feels really good. So, but that's going to do it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. If you don't want to see more videos like this, please let me know. If there's something else you'd rather me cover, let me know in the comments. I'm definitely here to please you guys.